On my last World Cup video, we were having a short sample of the second round in Africa, including this great free kick from Baguir of Tunisia. This time we're on to the fourth round already of North American qualifying, starting in Group A, where Mexico took on El Salvador at the Estadio Azteca in Mexico City. We had another free kick, opening the scoring for Mexico from Andres Guardado in the 7th minute. They extended their lead to 2-0 at the end of the first half when Ander Herrera took a shot and Javier Hernandez pretended to poke it in on 42 minutes. The Mexican dominance continued into the second half, and on 64 minutes, Carlos Vela rounded off the scoring with a nice dink over the keeper. Final score, Mexico 3, El Salvador 0. Matchday 1's other Group A game was between Canada and Honduras at Vancouver's BC Place. There was a single goal in this game, and it was scored by Canada on 38 minutes through Kyle Larin. I don't know who the guy celebrating is, but Larin got the final touch, so he gets the goal. Final score 1-0. On to Matchday 2, and Honduras v Mexico at the Estadio Olímpico Metropolitano in San Pedro Sula. Now this challenge here looked innocuous at first, but at a closer angle, it's actually one of the most career-threatening injuries I think I've ever seen, so get well soon, Luis Garrido. Anyway, in goals from the game, Mexico didn't get their shooting boots on until halfway through the second half when Corona gave them the lead on 67 minutes. And it was a great goal too. Five minutes later and it was 2-0 when Dam broke free and shot past the Honduran keeper. Final score is 2-0 to Mexico, which leaves them top of the group on 6 points. There was one more game in Group A on Matchday 2, El Salvador v Canada at the Estadio Cuscatlán in San Salvador, but unfortunately for us, it was goalless. Here's a chance. Final score 0-0. Back to Matchday 1 now, and we're going to go look at Group C, where Guatemala took on Trinidad and Tobago at the Estadio Mateo Flores in Guatemala City. Trinidad took the lead on 67 minutes with a long shot from Highland, but much more impressive was this volley from Kenwyn Jones, which doubled their lead on 80 minutes. Mejia scored on 90 minutes to pull one back for Guatemala, but it was only a consolation. Final score Guatemala 1, Trinidad and Tobago 2. The United States opened their qualifying campaign against St. Vincent and the Grenadines at Bush Stadium in St. Louis, but it was the visitors that opened the scoring, surprisingly on 5 minutes through Anderson. It didn't last, unfortunately, for St. Vincent, and the United States equalised after some great passing with a goal from Wood on 11 minutes. The United States then took the lead on 29 minutes with a free kick from Fabian Johnson. They then extended their lead 2 minutes later when Josie Altidore headed home from close range. The USA continued to play in the same way in the second half, and on 51 minutes Jeff Cameron headed them 4-1 ahead. In the 58th minute, more great passing led to Zardes scoring the United States' 5th. The US saved the best till last. More fantastic passing from the United States led to Josie Altidore scoring their 6th goal in the 74th minute. The final score was the United States 6, St. Vincent and the Grenadines 1. Unfortunately for St. Vincent, the fun wasn't over as we headed into Matchday 2, when they went home to the Arnosvale Stadium in Kingstown to take on Guatemala. Guatemala opened the scoring with this free kick from Chincota in the 8th minute. And they doubled their lead in the 32nd minute with a close-range finish from Mino Lopez. It continued to rain Guatemalan goals in the second half, and Dennis Lopez headed them 3-0 in front on 48 minutes. Tinoco slotted home a 4th goal for Guatemala on 81 minutes, and that's how the game finished. Not quite as much as USA. Speaking of USA, they went to the Hazley Crawford Stadium in Port of Spain to take on Trinidad and Tobago. But unlike the St Vincent games, there was no glut of goals. The match finished 0-0, the best chance falling in the second half for the USA. It was pretty good. This result means both teams are top with 4 points, but USA nick it on goal difference. Only Group B to go now, and we'll start at the Estadio Nacional de Costa Rica in San Jose, as Costa Rica took on Haiti. On 29 minutes, we had a great save from the Haitian keeper. Unfortunately, Gamboa was there to pounce on the rebound to score the only goal of the game. The final score was Costa Rica 1, Haiti 0. Meanwhile, at Independence Park in Kingston, Jamaica were playing Panama, and the hosts thought they'd taken the lead earlier in the game, but they didn't. It was offside. Unfortunately for them, Panama then did take the lead when Quintero scored a free kick on 43 minutes. Panama doubled their lead in the second half when Cooper scored on 52 minutes, and that was that. The two matchday 1 losers, Haiti and Jamaica, then faced off at the Stade Silvio Couture in Port-au-Prince, and Jamaica scored the only goal of the game through Donaldson on 62 minutes. This left us with the two winners from matchday 1, Panama and Costa Rica, facing off at the Estadio Ramel Fernandez in Panama City. Costa Rica led after a nice goalmouth scramble with a goal from Ruiz. Three minutes later, on 69 minutes, and Costa Rica went 2-0 up thanks to a long-range shot from Urena. Firstly, some classy passing from Panama, then some pinball action in the penalty area. Ended up with a goal scored by Tejada on 71 minutes for Panama, but it was a mere consolation, and the final score was Panama 1, Costa Rica 2. The result leaves Costa Rica top of the group on 6 points. I'm afraid that's all I've got for you today. North America's not back till March, but we've still got some African and South American qualifiers to go. Like and subscribe!